week 3. What better way to do my week 3 predictions than this? Welcome to week 3, and you know this setup. I got a Panther football right here, and I got the 30th season of the Carolina Panthers book. So nice to see that. I will hope to open this book and maybe show you the pages. Sorry about the scratch. Let's go. So how did I did last week? Last week, 6-10. That was worst. From week 1 going 10-6 to last week 6-10. A lot of upsets, so that was the reason why I went for 6-10. Overall record 16-16. So I'm in the 50-50, not in the 50-50 column, but like 100% right or wrong. So coming in today, it is week 3 of the NFL. Let's get right to it. Patriots versus the Jets on Thursday Night Football, 8:15 p.m. Eastern on Prime Video. The Jets are favored by -6. New England coming off a heartbreaker against the Seahawks. Really good game. Really good game for the Patriots. But there are some offensive struggles there in Foxborough, although they're playing really well. Of course, people earlier this season thought it could come down to the Panthers. Yes, right there. The Patriots and the Giants, maybe the Giants, and we'll get to them in a moment. But the Patriots so far, 1-1, hey, it's a good start. Hey, if you lose to Seattle, it's just a good start. They're going to take on the Jets, who are so calm after their win against the Titans. And now this is Aaron Rodgers' home opener. First time as a Jet quarterback, and let's hope he does not torn his Achilles in that game. This game's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, last season it was a split. However, I would be interested to see, can this Patriots defense stop Aaron Rodgers and that new Jets offensive line? I don't think so. I think Jacoby Brissett will have a struggle. Will struggle in this game. And I think the Jets win it. I think the New York Jets win it. I'm going to go Jets win it 24-20. I think it's a close game. I think the Patriots defense will keep it competitive. But I think the offense is going to have some trouble in the fourth quarter. So expect that to happen. All right, let's go to Sunday's games. The Giants taking on the Cleveland Browns. 1:00 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Cleveland is favored by -6.5. New York coming off a big loss to the Commanders, in which I think they could have won this game. But, of course, I picked Washington. But the Giants could have won that game. Daniel Jones played really good. The League Neighbors had a great game also. But, of course, they had to go for 2 points because Greg Gano, former Panther kicker, got injured. So that was a huge loss there. So let's hope they can find a kicker, maybe elevate him to the practice squad if he is available to go this week. Taking on the Browns. The Browns who are coming off I would say a big win against the Jaguars on the road. But offense, it's a little, again, defense is good. But offense, where I go in this one. This is going to be a good game. Of course, I want a key note here. The Giants defense only allowed Washington field goals. 0-6 in the red zone. So this Giants defense could probably do the same with Cleveland. However, I think Cleveland wins this. I really think this Browns offense can get back on their track against a Giants defense that's got some questions there, but offensively, I think it's going to be a struggle offensively. I do expect the Giants to keep it competitive, but I'm going to go Cleveland winning it. I'm going to go with Cleveland 23-17. I think it's a low-score game. I think the Browns win it against the Giants. Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New Orleans Saints, 1:00 p.m. Eastern on Fox. The Saints are favored by 2.5. And we have not talked about the Saints, of course, because coming off their win against the Cowboys, in which all of us doubted the Saints, in week 2, and then look at them, 2-0, and they're clicking on offense. But that was an impressive win on the road to a great environment, and they snapped a 16-game home win streak to the Cowboys. Derek Carr looks really good. Rashid Shaheed really well. The defense is playing really great. So can they keep up against an Eagles team that, am I going to say they blew the game on Monday Night Football, or they just fumbled the game? Well, they fumbled the game, but they were solid. They were playing really well, but Jalen Hurts has to step up. And I think the key of the game for Philadelphia is to stop Rashid Shaheed. Who's going to stop him? Because if he is wide open deep, I don't know. This game would be over with Rashid Shaheed taking over when he has it. Another key matchup, I think Chase Young versus Jordan Mailata is going to be a key matchup because of how he's going to be playing out. So he could be on the right side or left side. He might go up against Lane Johnson too, but expect Cam Jordan go up against Jordan Mailata in this one. I don't pick the Saints. I'm not a big fan of the Saints, but I have to pick the Saints. However, not so fast. I'm picking the Eagles. I think the Eagles come back. They rebound from that Monday Night Football game, and they end that winning streak that the Saints have. All I settle. Keep going. Let's go. Houston and Minnesota, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern on CBS. This is crazy. Houston is favored by -2. Both teams coming off good wins. Houston taking down Caleb Williams and the Bears. While the Vikings surprising everyone in the league with Sam Darnold beating the 49ers defense. Now, can they go up against and match up with this Texans defense? I would think yes. However, this is going to be a good one because Danielle Hunter facing his former team, and Jonathan Gannard is going to face his former team. I like to see him. I think this is going to be a fun one. I'm going to pick the Vikings. This is my upset of the week here, my underdog here. I think the Vikings get it close. I really think the Vikings offense is clicking, and I think they slow down C.J. Stroud in Texas. I'm going to go 23-26 Minnesota. Also, the score for Philadelphia and New Orleans, I'm going to say Philadelphia wins it 27-24. Philadelphia wins it. All right, let's go to our quick picks, and then we'll move to our game of the week. Denver against Tampa Bay at 1 o'clock p.m. on Fox. Tampa Bay is favored by -6.5. I'm going to increase that up to 10. I think Tampa Bay wins it by 10. Bo Nix is struggling. I think this is going to be the game where we will see Bo Nix getting benched and Jarrett Stidham coming in to start. Tampa wins it. I'm going to go 30-20 over the Denver Broncos. The Will Levis revenge game. Green Bay taking on Tennessee. That's if Willis does start, because we're hearing that Jordan Love is practicing. Now, I don't think he's going to play in this game, but I do expect Willis to be playing this game. Taking on his former team, the Titans, at 1 o'clock p.m. on Fox. Tennessee is favored by -1.5. Tennessee needs this win. This is a must-win for Tennessee. They cannot go 0-3. Maybe benching Will Levis and go with Mason Rudolph. Green Bay coming off a big home win against the Colts. That brings the momentum. Now, can they keep that up against the Titans team? Guys, I got my other super dog. I think Tennessee wins it. I think Tennessee wins it really close. I'm going to say Tennessee winning it 24-23 over the Packers. Matt Eberflus taking on his former team, who was the defense coordinator there with the Colts. The Bears taking on the Colts, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern on CBS. The Colts are favored by -1. And I'm going to think, if I were to pick Caleb Williams, yeah, they got the high-power offense. We're also hearing DeForest Buckner. We don't know if he'll play. If he does not play, I think the Bears can win this game. And I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with the Bears. They will win at 20-23 over the Colts. Next up, the LA Chargers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers at 1 o'clock p.m. on CBS. Also, to forget, the Bears and Colts will be played on CBS. Back to the game I'm talking about. Pittsburgh is favored by -1.5. Key matchup: Rashawn Slater versus Alex Highsmith, or I think against TJ Watt. And I would love to see Joe Alt versus TJ Watt. Now, Herbert did have an ankle injury, but he is expected to play according to Jim Harbaugh. This is a fun one. I have picked the Steelers 2 times, and I got them right. Is it going to be 3 in a row? And it's not going to be 3 in a row. Who's got it better than us? Nobody. Chargers win at 26-20. I think the Chargers offense is going to be playing really well. I think the Chargers defense is going to go all over on Justin Fields or Russell Wilson if he plays. But give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers winning it on the road against Pittsburgh, because then after this game, they have to be ready against Kansas City. So that is what they're thinking in their mind. Miami taking on Seattle, 4:05 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Seattle's favored by -4. Very low. I would put this by 5. I'm going to say Seattle wing it. I'm going to say 20 to 13. Miami, of course, Skylar Thompson could expect to be the starter, but I think Seattle wins it. They'll go 3-0 with Mike McDonald. And then finally, you got the Carolina Panthers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders at 4:05 p.m. Eastern on CBS. The Raiders are favored by -5. So how did this story go? Well, this team right here had to make the biggest move of their season in benching Bryce Young and going with Andy Dalton. Now, do I think this is a good move? I'm assuming yes. It depends on how he's going to play with the first team reps. And I think if he does well against a good Raiders defense. Now, I did check on ESPN, and I saw the injury report of Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby questionable. Okay, that's huge, because if you lose those 2 players, that's going to probably be a huge loss on defense. While for their offense, after getting a comeback win against the Ravens, who would have thought about that game? And so because of that, I'm going to pick the Panthers. How many times I need this win? This team needs a win. This team needs to win. This team right here needs to win. We need to win this game. What's the score going to be? Andy Dalton, don't mess it up. 26-20, Panthers win on the road. 49ers taking on the Rams at 4:25 p.m. on Fox. 49ers are favored by -7. Of course, the Rams have a lot of injuries. I'm going to go with the Niners. I'm going to say the Niners winning it 20. I'm going to say 20-30. 49ers winning it over the Rams. This is a good one. Detroit taking on Arizona at 4:25 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Detroit is favored by -3. And after they saw Marvin Harrison, the gods have found their new number 1 wide receiver since Larry Fitzgerald. Now here we are, and who I think is going to win this. Man, I think after the loss from Tampa Bay for Detroit, it's a heartbreaker. Arizona's coming off a good win after destroying the Rams, which they had some injuries problems, so that's not to worry about. I'm going to go Detroit, close game, 26-23, Lions win it. All right, America's game of the week, the Baltimore Ravens, 0-2 in a must-win game, taking on the Dallas Cowboys, also in a must-win game, at 4:25 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Tom Brady's calling this game, so awesome to see that. Baltimore's favored by -1. I think for Dallas, the key of the game is stopping the run. Of course, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. And for Dallas offense, they are going to have to click. After listening to the Saints, it's brutal. Baltimore winning. I'm going to go 27-20. I think a real close game. I just think the Ravens are too good against this Cowboys team. It's going to be a good matchup. Ravens offense versus Cowboys defense. Micah Parsons hoping to sack Lamar Jackson. That's going to be intense to see. And then Sunday Night Football, the Kansas City Chiefs take on Atlanta Falcons, 8:20 p.m. Eastern on NBC and streaming on Peacock. Kansas City is favored by -3.5. Here's why. Isaiah Pacheco is out 6 to 8 weeks with an injured fibula. No worries. Kareem Hunt is back in Kansas City. Now, is this going to help them against a good Falcons team? After the big win, yeah, but never doubt the Falcons. So here is where this is going to go crazy. If Atlanta beats Kansas City, I do think you go on. Then their next opponent is going to be New Orleans. Kansas City, if they lose this game, that will be a need. They're going to have to win against the Chargers on the road. Is this a trap game for Kansas City? Nope. Kansas City winning it 26-20. Close game. Doubleheader on Monday Night Football. Jacksonville taking on Buffalo at 7:30 p.m. on ESPN. Buffalo is favored by -5, and I think the Bills will win it by 8. 28-20. Washington taking on Cincinnati on 8:15 on ABC and ESPN+. This is the highest spread of the week. Cincinnati's favored by -7.5. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to say Cincinnati wins it by 6. I'm going to say 20-26 over the Commanders. That'll be it for today, folks. And let's hope my predictions are better than last week. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.